So you've already purchased your first home in the past, this time you want to move. So as a first-time buyer, once you've purchased your first home, you may want to move in the near future. You'll then be classed as a next-time buyer or a home mover. And on this channel, we want to carry on providing you advice even after you've bought your first home. In this video, I'll break down the different options available to next-time buyers and home movers, and even give you some ideas if your current home won't sell. What's up, Alex Kerr from Mortgage Chain, and I'm a qualified mortgage broker, and on this channel we provide the best tools and tips to first-time buyers. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing or ringing the bell. Let's get to the video. So as a next-time buyer or home mover, you'll already be a homeowner. So the first step number one, is to obtain a valuation of your current property. And by doing that, you can see if all the numbers and figures will work out, how much you'll sell, how much deposit you'll have on the next one, and how much you'll have available for fees. Step number two is your current mortgage. Are you tied in? Are you still within a fixed rate period or a mortgage product period that is yet to expire? If so, you can still move as long as your mortgage is portable, which the majority of residential mortgages are. That means you can move home within the mortgage product or fixed rate period and take the mortgage with you. If you're borrowing extra, you'll need to top up your mortgage, and that will be bolted onto your current mortgage with your current lender. So that process is known as porting. However, if you're on the variable rate or you've already come to the end of your product, you'll have no tie-ins. You can pay your mortgage products off if you want to, even if you're tied in, but you'll likely have some penalties to pay. You'll then follow what we call the mortgage ready process. If you're not familiar with our process, then have a look at the cards above there where we link in our process. So that basically is a process to make sure you're ready to move again, probably similar to what you went through buying your first home. Get your documents checked. Is your ID in date? Your utility bills, your pay slips, bank statements. Is everything spelt correctly with your correct name, your correct address on? Nothing's expired. Make sure all your documents are good, and then you'll move on to affordability checks, mortgage quotes, agreement in principles, process maybe you're more familiar with. Once you've done that, you want to see what the fees are. You're going to have potentially an estate agent fee this time if you're using an agent to sell your home. What you want to do is write down on a piece of paper how much you think you're going to get for your property, what your current mortgage balance is. The difference is then the equity, which will pay the deposit on the new property and pay the remaining fees such as estate agents, solicitors and mortgages. You may want removals on top of that as well. So get it down on paper to make sure it all works and fits. The fifth item to consider in this process is a chain. You're going to have a chain. As a first-time buyer, the bonus you have is you've not got to sell your property. You come chain-free. But now, because you're a homeowner and you're selling your current property, you've got to get involved in a chain. That means your property's sold, you buy your new one, the one you're buying from, they may need to sell, they may need to buy another property, and all the parties involved will create the chain. And everyone has got to agree to move in on the same days. So there's a little bit more of a process involved. So that's it. Once you've got all those items sorted and you've got your mortgage offer on the table, you can then arrange to exchange contracts and move in. So I mentioned at the beginning of this video, what are the options available if you can't sell? So if you're really keen to move and your current property isn't selling for whatever reason, you may consider renting your property out. That is known as a let to buy process. You can rent your current property out, you can remortgage your property up to around 75 or 80% of its value, and then you can use that to pay off your current mortgage, supply the deposit for the new property and pay the fees. It all needs to work out, and you are going to lose around 20 to 25% of the equity compared to selling the property, because you've got to leave that in the property as equity. You don't lose it completely, it's still in your property, it just means you can't access it because you can only remortgage up to 75 or 80% as a maximum, leaving the equity in the property. However, in a lot of instances that works out, and if it does, that means you can move without selling. It's called a let to buy process. Any questions on that one, let me know. Today's question, are you looking to move and already have a mortgage in place? Let me know in the comments. So if you're looking to move home, please note we do now offer a free analysis call. There's no obligation. We'll go through all your options and supply you with a mortgage quote free of charge. The link is in the description. Just book in an analysis call. If you found a property already and you need to move quicker, we now offer a priority call option where that will get you in our diary within the coming days. Please note we are obliged to tell you that your home may be repossessed if you do not keep up repayments on your mortgage. So thanks for checking out today's video. Please do check out the show notes for a recap on today's content and consider subscribing or ringing the bell if you haven't done so already. Till next time, have a beautiful day. We'll see you in the next video.